All right, so this was the first time that a sitting president has come to Marinette, right?
Yep.
And you saw a glimpse of the motorcade.
I saw the motorcade leaving. Yep. I saw our Marine One flying in on my way home from work. I ride my bike, so I stopped, got a picture of the first chopper, and the second one I got a little video of. And I finished pedaling home, got him his treats. We took a swim, had a couple beers, and tried to get down here in time to catch the motorcade leaving, and we were about a block off. So now I'm sitting here waiting for the choppers to fly over, going back towards Green Bay, maybe get one more video of that.
All right, well, I guess I'll stick around and wait for that. Is Marinette generally pro-Trump?
Yeah, most northern Wisconsin, I believe, is mostly Republican, conservative. Maybe not all of it, but a lot of these small, more rural communities are.
And what's the reason for that?
I think a lot of them benefit from stuff like tax breaks and bringing manufacturing jobs back to the United States. I know I haven't been hurting. I've been, even through the whole Corona stuff, I've been working. Well, past couple of weeks I finally got down to 40 hours a week. Before that it was 46, and then it was 68, 56. So.
Where do you work?
I work at KS Colvin Schmidt.
What is that?
We mainly they make pistons. The reason we've been working so much is we got a new contract making pipe wrench handles for rigid tools out of Ohio.
Okay.
And
I think Trump was here because the shipyard got some kind of new contract.
Yep. Awarded up to $5.5 billion, I guess, making the new frigates. It's supposed to replace I'm not sure if they're replacing the current LCSs they're making, but yeah, it'll be supposed to be a little bit bigger ship. I'm not sure. I heard they're gonna have to redo the Ogden Street Bridge because it's not quite wide enough for a safe passage from Marinette Marine out to the bay to be delivered to their final destination. So.
And you said your job wasn't interrupted at all by the virus?
My job personally wasn't. The piston production was it was very much affected.
So a part of the factory or something?
Yeah, most of the factory, because when the big three, Chrysler, GM, and Ford shut down, we make Chrysler, GM, and Ford pistons. So if they're not making cars, we don't need to make pistons. We made pistons up to where we had a stockpile to where when they restarted, if they got the stockpile down far enough, then we would restart production. When they did restart production, Corona started showing back up, so they started slowing back down. We slow back down. As it is, it sounds like Ford's going to be working this Saturday, so I'd imagine that's just because.
So were there a lot of people who got furloughed or got their hours cut and things like that, or how did it affect production or operations?
It affected the majority of the company. It was never completely shut down, but a lot of the piston production slowed way down to where most of Ford, Nissan, GM were off. They slowly brought them back when the demand rose, and then they've.
Did you know people whose hours were affected and things like that?
Oh yeah. That's my old department. As the technician on the new products we're making, so we couldn't have off. We're still trying to perfect the way that to run a new machine and a new product. So yeah, while that's going on, you have to be there. And while we're there and we're still trying to perfect what we're doing, we have a supply chain. So anyone that's supplying our spray, supplying our sand core, supplying anything for us, they're also considered essential. So an essential employee isn't just me. It wasn't just our department. It was also, once the shutdown and stuff hit, then we couldn't have people come in and actually, which affected us, we couldn't have people come in and give their expertise on. We were pouring our metal too cold, what kind of spray, what kind of insulation we could use on our pour cups on a new machine. So it affected that part. Eventually it loosened up enough to where we could have people that we needed to come in, give us a hand.
And what was your opinion overall on how the company handled the virus? Do you think that they did it smartly? Was it too much, too little?
They did what they had to do. They did what they had to do, because if they would have just tried to keep running production, you're making parts for other companies that aren't making a product. So no matter what would have happened, if they would have kept producing parts, we would have got so far ahead that they would have had to shut down anyway. So they shut down as the other companies shut down. They got far enough ahead to where if Ford started up, it wouldn't be like, oh shit, we got to make more parts. We had enough to where if Ford started up, we could ship them parts and we could get back into production. And yeah, they handled it very well.
And do they have a policy of mandatory mask wearing and other kind of sanitation stuff?
Yep, we have as soon as you walk in the door, if you don't have a mask, they have a box of masks by the door. By the punching clocks, they have the Sani wipes. So after you, because our computer system got hacked. After you,
the computer system got hacked?
that was probably over a year. So it wasn't hacked. Someone opened
Were you able to see Trump?
Yes, we actually saw him.
You did?
Seriously saw him. I couldn't believe it.
In-
I was so excited.
In the car, or where? How did you?
He was going through the car and he
was
leaned
coming
over
around
and
the corner.
pointed.
We were right on the corner, and he went looked like this and waved,
Oh.
leaning forward.
Yeah.
Anyways, who did they figure out who hacked the computers?
No, it was a ransomware. They lost a lot of their stuff. They ended up having to redo a lot of the system, but yeah, they weren't going to pay to get their shit back. And it wasn't just Marinette, it was all of America's. So all the way from Brazil, Mexico, United States. But
Do you think it's necessary to require people wear masks?
I don't know if I consider it necessary, but to cover your ass. So if someone does contract it, there's a good chance it didn't happen at work. I just had to take the corona test. I had swelling glands, and so I could get back to work without having to miss 2 weeks of work for being sick. I went in, had a strep test. Strep test came back negative, and so I could get back to work. I took the corona test to make sure that I didn't have corona.
What kind of test for corona was it?
The
Nasal?
swab up the nasal, yeah.
Yeah, I just had that done a few days ago.
And
Not the most comfortable thing I've ever experienced.
yeah, it wasn't as bad as I expected it to be.
No, it wasn't too bad, but
I was more pissed off when they told me my strep came back. I quit smoking about 15 years ago. I wasn't coughing. I didn't have any of the other symptoms other than I had swollen tonsils with white spots on them. And now when the strep test came back negative, they said to get the corona test, so when the corona results came back in, I could go back to work. So this morning, I missed 3 days. This morning I got to go back to work, and they took my temperature 97.7.
do you know people who have gotten a positive test from the corona result?
No, the majority that I've heard have been from Marinette Marine, but I don't personally know anyone that's at it. Not for a for sure thing. Since a lot of people don't show any signs or symptoms, it's hard to say. I might have known several people that have had it, but
Yeah, I guess Wisconsin hasn't been as bad as some other states.
yeah. But no, that's on the foundry. A lot of people don't agree with having to wear the masks because it's fucking hot, and yeah, I still got mine on me. So like I said, I ride my bike to work, so when I come in the door, I had to put this bad boy on, punch in.
Well, that's a badass mask if you
Go
have
to
to
the
wear
locker
one.
room, and I'm usually there early enough. I go to the locker room, go upstairs, I have a drink, look at my phone for a little bit, and go down on the floor and proceed with day as normal.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's our policy is while you're at your workstation, you don't have to wear your mask. If you leave your workstation, if you gotta go to the bathroom, if you're going on break, wear your mask between your travels. When you get to the break room, they have dividers up on the table to keep everyone separated. Yeah, they're doing what they have to do. A lot of us don't agree with it because of the fact that we work in a foundry. we don't want to wear a mask. It's hot enough. It's uncomfortable enough in there the way it is.
Yeah. You say this guy comes with you to the bar?
Yep. Yeah, we got a couple of them we can go into around here. They don't serve food, so they let them come in. Most people buy them beef jerkies or beef sticks.
Well, he seems like a well-treated dog.
That's what he wants to do now, is either go to the bar or go home. We got air conditioning there too, gosh damn it.
All right, what was your name again?
My name's Dan.
All right, good to meet you, Mike.
Nice to meet you too.